Good morning, everybody. This is Tlish from Coffee and Clix. This is part 2 of my unboxing, WWE unboxing. Today, we already unboxed the Mixed Match Challenge starter set, and now we're going to unbox the Rock and Sock Connection starter set right here. Okay, and I forgot to show the map from the other one, so I'll show you the map from the first one that we had looked at. It's going to be a little hard for me to show you in this format, but the name of the map is the WWE Backstage Arena Indoor. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can't really show you this map on here because it's a little unwieldy. But we're gonna look at the figures for the next starter set. This Rock and Sock Connection starter set. You see Mankind and The Rock on the front. So let's open it up and see what we got. The box says it includes 6 collectible miniature game pieces, 6 character cards, 3 object and terrain token sheets, 1 powers and abilities card, 1 rulebook, 2 full color maps, and 2 dice as normal. Here's the back of the starter set. Learn to play. So we're going to learn how to play a little bit of the. I know I went over a lot of the rules in my last video, so if you are interested in some of the WWE rules, check out my first video on the Mixed Match Challenge, which also included the wrestling ring, the WWE wrestling ring. Oh, we got Ric Flair too. So the figures here are, I'll show them to you. We have The Rock, Mankind, who is also known as Mick Foley. I just met him at Comic-Con the other day. I met Mick Foley and was able to get a picture with him. He's a really nice guy. Also met Sergeant Slaughter. That would be cool if they had a Sergeant Slaughter click. I'm not, like I said, I'm not like the hugest WWE fan, but I did used to watch it back in the day, and I am a casual fan, so I do like WWE. Here's Stone Cold. We got Triple H right there, spitting out his water bottle. Is he holding a water bottle? No, but he's spitting out water. Ric Flair, says Nature Boy on the back of his robe, and Shawn Michaels, and it looks like it's the sexy boy Shawn Michaels costume that he's got with a little pyrotechnics in the back behind him. So that's pretty neat. Again, I'm not going to be able to show you the maps. But it looks like this map comes with WWE Training Center indoor, and I think there's like a backstage parking lot map or something like that. Let's take a look at these figures. Click them on their first click. Mankind has a little Mr. Sacco on his hand. Mr. Sacco. And there's The Rock. I think that's like his old school Rock uniform. This is like the 90s Attitude Era playset. I'd like to see an Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior would be good. I think they need it. They need an Ultimate Warrior. But, you know, I ordered like almost all of the wrestling figures. They should be coming in soon. So I'm excited for Macho Man. Macho Man is probably one of my favorite wrestlers. Alright, we got objects. We got some smoke and barrier tokens. It's interesting. They have barrier tokens, but I'm wondering if there's barrier in the. I don't think there's barrier in the wrestling pack, but I'm glad that they included barrier tokens anyway, even though there's no barrier in the wrestling pack. Okay, so without any further ado, let's talk about these figures. All right, so let's look at The Rock first. So here's The Rock. That's what he looks like. That's the figure. As you can see, none of the WWE figures have range, and they all have Indomitable. Okay, he starts with 8 movement, charge, 11 attack, 18 defense, and 3 damage with a special, and he's 75 points. We're going to look at what he does. So let's look at his card. Signature move, rock bottom. That's a trait. Close. So he can that trait, the rock bottom, can be combined with charge because it is a close action. So he can charge 4 and then close action to use his signature move, as long as he has 1 action token. Make a close attack. Modify damage +2 if the target has no action tokens, or +1 if they have 1 action token. If he hits, a hit target modifies defense -1 this turn. So yeah, definitely characteristic of a rock bottom. You just completely stun and damage your opponent. Then the damage special was it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think. And it says when an opposing character would use outwit, perplex, or probability control to target the Rock or an adjacent friendly character, roll a d6, 4 to 6. Instead, that opposing character can't use that power this turn. So it turns off, on a 50% chance, turns off opposing outwit, perplex, or prob. That's a good power for his damage special. Defensive damage power. So he has that charge. He also has the Corporation, Rock and Sock Connection, WWE, and Celebrity keywords. A lot of the wrestling pieces in this set have the Celebrity keyword, so that should be one to look out for. That's his dial. 18 is a pretty high defense for the WWE set. A lot of the characters in the set have low defenses. And charging and being able to use that rock bottom at the same time is going to be good. So there he is. Let's look at Mankind. So here's his. I'll just wait for it to focus first. It's going to focus. See if I can get it in and out of focus. There we go. Oops. There he is. He's got his sock on his hand. A little fuzzy. Let's see if I can focus this. There we go. So, he has a signature move, Close. If Mankind has one action token, make a close attack. After resolutions, a hit target has gains immobile and is given an action token. So it gets immobile and is given an action token. So that's possible that you can push the character for 1 damage, and make it so that he can't attack you and that he can't move. Or even if he has 1 token, he still wouldn't be able to move because he's immobile. And then if he attacked, he would be pushing himself out. So you can create some problems there. That's his trait. It's a close action. He also has a damage power, Cactus Jack or Dude Love, which are his alter egos. Free. Choose one. Mankind can use Perplex until your next turn, or heal Mankind 1 click. So he tends to heal up quickly. Let's look at his dial. So he's got that special in clicks 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you notice, the last 3 clicks are the blue clicks, 5, 6, and 7. We talked about that in the last video, that the blue click numbers, if you're on a blue click number, you can be pinned. And also if you're on a blue click number in a multiverse game, you cannot be targeted by range attacks. He has 7 charge, which means he can use that special move with his charge because it's a close attack. 11 attack with Slam, which is the light blue circle. Slam is close, make a close attack. After resolutions, choose one, give a hit character an action token, or place a hit character in a square adjacent to this character. So that's interesting. He can use 7. He can use his 7 movement. His 4. He can charge for 4 because it's half move, and he can either slam or he can use his signature move if he started with 1 action token. So he has a choice of comboing the charge with the slam or the charge with the signature move. He also has Perplex, which is really good because he can either make his attack a 12 or his damage a 4, and he has 17 defense. So overall, I think he's a good character, and he has healing towards the end of his dial, and he has Perplex his entire dial if you want. Yeah, good figure. I like him. Deceptively good. At first he doesn't seem that great, but I think he might be good. And the name of his signature move is Mr. Sacco. It's the mandible claw. He goes like that. Okay. Then we got Stone Cold. Here's Stone Cold. Look at Stone Cold. There's Stone Cold in his vest. It says Austin 316 with a rattlesnake. He's 75 points. Looks like he starts with Flurry and Outwit and 18 defense. With Toughness. He's got the WWE and celebrity keywords. Signature move, crack open a 6-pack of stunners. Close, if Stone Cold Steve Austin has 1 action token, make a close attack. Each time he hits, after the attack resolves, he may move up to 2 squares using improved movement characters, and then make a close attack targeting a friendly or opposing character he hasn't attacked this turn. He may do this. He may repeat this as long as he is able. Okay. No, I don't think you can. Yeah, so I don't think you can combine that with Flurry. He does have Flurry on his opening dial, but Flurry is a close action, and also this is a close action, so you wouldn't be able to combine them. You'd have to choose one or the other. Yeah, so each time he hits, after the attack resolves, he may move 2 squares and make another attack. Targeting a friendly or an opposing character. Targeting a friendly or an opposing character. He can attack a friendly character? That's funny. It says, and then make a close attack targeting a friendly or opposing character he hasn't attacked this turn. That's interesting. So he can make a close attack targeting a friendly character. I haven't seen that before. Okay. And then he's got 3 damage with Outwit. And he can just keep stunning people with that 6-pack of stunners. So that's a really neat ability. What's his damage power say? Power. So stomp a mud hole and walk it dry. Power. Choose an adjacent opposing character. Make a number of close attacks, maximum 4, targeting the chosen character equal to the number of ropes adjacent to that character. So yeah, if the character is surrounded by hindering and he's surrounded by 4 squares of hindering on each side, and you or even if he's between 2 squares of blocking or 3 squares of blocking. But don't forget, printed hindering is also ropes. So if he's surrounded by 4 squares of hindering, you can make 4 attacks on that character with power action. Okay, it's a lot of attacks. So this guy attacks a lot. He has a lot of attacks. So Stone Cold, you like to attack. You have a lot of attacks. All right. Let's look at Ric Flair. There he is in his blue robe. On the back it says Nature Boy. Okay, I like these sculpts. They're really good sculpts. He's also 75 points. So I think, let me just go over the points here. They were all, so Mankind was 70, Rock is 75, Stone Cold is 75. Okay. So Ric Flair is 75. His opening dial, he has Nimble. He has a special power for his attack. He has 17 with combat reflexes for defense. And he has a 2 damage with probability control. So he's got prob with 2 damage. Okay. Look at his card. Ric Flair. Woo! Let's see. Low blow while the ref is distracted. That's his signature move. Close, so he can. I mean, he doesn't have charge, but he is nimble, so he can sidestep 1, or not sidestep 1. He can move 1 with his nimble power. But then, and then afterwards he can use a close action. It's a low blow. I mean, I wouldn't think that you would be able to charge and low blow somebody anyway. Low blow seems like something that you're doing, like while the ref is distracted, as it says in the power, and so you're just standing there. You're not really running at him. Close. If Ric Flair has 1 action token, make a close attack. If he hits, instead of normal damage, the roll is a d6, and Roll a d6 and deal the hit character damage equal to the result. Minimum 3 damage dealt. So between 3, 4, 5, and 6 damage. That's a really good blade, kind of like really good Blades, Claws, Fangs roll. If the result was a 1, also give Ric Flair a referee warning token. When Ric Flair uses his signature move, modify his attack -1 for each referee warning token he has. I like the flavor of that a lot. Definitely sounds like Ric Flair. He also has his special attack power is stun, eye gouge, stun, but hit characters modify attack -2 and damage -1 instead. And the way stun normally works is stun is an attack power that is purple, is a purple circle power. When you hit more than one or more characters, after the hit they get attack and damage -1. So instead, his eye gouge does -2 to attack and damage -1. So it's like a super stun. And then if you notice his card, the flavor text on his card is great because it says stylin', profilin', limousine riding, jet flying, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun. So just takes me back to the Ric Flair days. Okay, let's look at Triple H. Triple H, it's time to play the game. Okay, so there he is, spitting out water. He's spitting out some water. He is 70 points. He has a special on his attack. He has a 10 attack. No, special on his movement with 8 movement, a 10 attack, 18 defense with toughness, and a 3 damage with leadership. Okay. I can see Triple H being leadership, especially since he's like the head of WWE right now, right? Like, isn't he the head honcho? Him and Stephanie. Actually, I'm surprised that we didn't get Stephanie in this set yet. But I'm sure we will see Stephanie McMahon, see the McMahons clixed. I would like to see Vince McMahon clixed. Actually, that would be interesting. Like the time that he like fought against Hulk Hogan, and he was like all jacked and everything. All right, let's look at his card, Triple H's card. He has the Authority, Corporate Ministry, Corporation, Degeneration X, Evolution, WWE, Assassin, and Politician keywords. So yeah, that's pretty. I think the main set Triple H has the pedigree. This one, for this one, his signature move is the Spine Buster. So this is like an old school version of Triple H. Spine Buster, close. If Triple H has 1 action token, make a close attack, modifying attack and damage +1 for each action token on the target. His movement power is grandest entrance of them all. Charge. The first opposing character to attack each turn modifies attack -1. So he starts with charge, because that's his first. That he has that special power in his movement, but then that could be combined with his Spine Buster because that's a close action. So you can charge and then close to use his Spine Buster. The first opposing character to attack each turn modifies attack -1. That's just a blanketed effect. So even if you had Triple H sit back and didn't attack with him at all opposing characters have that effect now, as long as you're playing Triple H, that the first opposing character to attack each turn modifies attack -1. That's abusable. I think that's a really good power. If Triple H was lower point value, if he had a lower point value, like a 50 point value, you might just be able to play him just for that. I think that's a really good effect. Let's look at his dial. Yep, and he's got the leadership. He's got 8 clicks of life. At the end there, he has perplex and submission hold in his last 3 clicks. So he's got some outwit on him. He's got the charge slam combo in the middle of his dial, charge slam. So I like this Triple H. I think he's good. And I think that power, grandest entrance of them all, is a really good power. And let's look at the last figure. I kind of saved him last because he's my favorite. Although I like all of these guys. I like Stone Cold. I like Mankind. I like The Rock. I like Ric Flair. Triple H I like too. But Shawn Michaels. He's Shawn Michaels. So he's good. We all like Shawn Michaels. So there he is. He's got a great sculpt too. Okay. Let's look at what he does. Oh, kind of blocking his dial there. There we go. So he's got a 10. He's 75 points. He's got 10 movement with a speed special, 11 attack, 17 defense with toughness, and 2 damage with perplex. Don't forget, all of these figures are indomitable, and they all have 0 range. He has Degeneration X, New World Order, and WWE keywords. I guess he was on the New World Order for a brief period of time. I don't remember when, but I guess he was on the NWO. But that means you can pair him up with Macho Man, because I know Macho Man also has the NWO keyword. Let's see. Well, also, they all have WWE keywords, so you can pair them up that way, too. Let's see. Signature move, Sweet Chin Music. Close. Moves through characters. If Shawn Michaels has 1 action token, move him up to half his speed value and then make a close attack, modifying attack and damage +1 for each tuning up the band token. After resolutions, remove those tokens. So, obviously he's going to have at least 1 tuning up the band token because, you're going to go on your first turn. You're probably not going to attack your very first turn. So your first turn, so tuning up the band, it's just to explain that a little further. At the end of your turn, if Shawn Michaels was not given a costed action this turn, give him a tuning up the band token. When Shawn Michaels is damaged by an attack, remove all of his tuning up the band tokens. So you theoretically could pass the first turn and give him a tuning up the band token so that and wait for your opponent to come at you, and then just strategically build up some tuning up the band tokens for Shawn Michaels. His movement power, I've got the moves that really move him, is nimble and sidestep. So what he can do is, he has improved movement characters. No, sorry. He has improved movement hindering and breakaway +2. And he can move 1 square with nimble, 2 squares with sidestep, so he can move 3 squares. Then his movement is 10, so then he can, when he does the Sweet Chin Music, he can move half his speed. So 1 with nimble, 2 with sidestep, that's 3, then 5 for half his speed, so that's an 8 square reach. With this close attack, he can move 8 squares and do Sweet Chin Music, and then make a close attack, modifying attack and damage +1 for each tuning up the band token. I like that. It's very flavorful. You obviously have to build up those tuning up the band tokens to make it a powerful attack. He does have perplex also, so he can perplex himself up if he wants to. So that, you can potentially, with 1 tuning up the band token, you have a 12 attack, 3 damage, and then you can pump that up, either perplex up the attack or the damage again to make it 13-3 or 12-4. And then if he has 2 tokens, it gets bigger, and so on and so on and so on. So I like the flavor of that sweet chin music. He also has Slam later in his dial. He has Flying Leap later in his dial with Super Senses and Slam. He has the Lightning Speed at the end of his dial, and that green one is Reversal, which we didn't actually talk about. So Reversal, that very last power that he has, the green power in the attack slot, is because the dark green circle, it's Reversal. The way Reversal works is adjacent opposing characters have breakaway -2. Free if this character has been given no actions or only a move action this turn. Make a close attack targeting a character that missed this character or failed to break away from this character since your last turn. So it's kind of like that that Skyscraper Wonder Woman, where she has that power that has a similar power. So so let's say somebody attacks Shawn Michaels and misses, or it's evaded by Super Senses because he has Super Senses, and they attack him and it misses. Now he can free make an attack, and then after he does his free attack, he can do a normal attack, because as long as he hasn't been given as long as he hasn't taken a costed action other than a move action, he can do the reversal. But then afterwards you can do the attack. You can take a costed action after your reversal because it is a free action. So he can free, reverse, and then make the attack. That's if somebody misses him or if somebody fails to break away from him, and they have -2 to break away. So I don't think people are going to be trying to break away from him because unless they really are desperate. But that's at the end of the dial, and his defense values are pretty low, but he still has a chance to evade because he has Super Senses. So interesting character. I like all these figures. That was Shawn Michaels. That is the last figure that we have reviewed for our 2 sets. This was the Rock and Sock Connection you just watched from WWE. So the 2 starter sets that they just came out with are the Mixed Match Challenge starter set, which we reviewed in our last video, and the Rock and Sock Connection starter set, which we reviewed in this video. They both come with 2 maps, they both come with tokens, and they both come with dice. Also, very importantly, they both come with WWE PAC powers and abilities cards, and also WWE updated full rule books, comprehensive rule books. So if you're just new to the game and you want to get into Heroclix, these starter sets are a good way to go because they have all the rules. But actually, they have all the WWE rules as well as all the regular rules. So I would suggest cross-referencing the WWE rules with maybe another powers and abilities card and rulebook from a regular starter set, from like a Marvel or a DC or Star Trek starter set, because there are additional powers from that universe. That are not included in the WWE rules, in the WWE PAC. So this is the special powers and abilities card, WWE version, and it only includes certain powers. But if you look in this rulebook, this is the comprehensive rulebook, and that should contain all of the rules for gameplay. It will not outline all of the powers though, so the powers are found in here. But you can also find all of the powers in the regular non-WWE powers and abilities card. So I suggest you look at both of those if you're a new player. Okay, so this has been a nice unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope everybody enjoyed going through these WWE figures and reviewing them and learning some things about the powers. I hope everybody has a good afternoon. This is Tlish from Coffee and Clix. Don't forget to wake up and smell the clicks. And this is Tlish signing off. Thanks, everybody.